I didn't shed a tear when my kids handed me their Christmas lists. At first glance, it looked ordinary. Lego sets, a new phone, tickets to a concert. But at the very bottom, in my daughter's neat handwriting, sat the line that sliced deeper than any knife. And we want a new dad. I laughed nervously, brushed it off like a joke. They didn't laugh. That should have been my warning. Emily and I have been married for 14 years. We stitched together a life out of long shifts, cheap takeout, and promises that tomorrow would somehow be brighter. I spent my days in a garage reeking of grease and rust. She worked part-time, always complaining that I came home too dirty, too tired, too broke. Yet, I believe we were solid. The kids once looked at me like a hero. Weekend fishing trips, backyard baseball games, memories that blinded me to reality. I didn't notice the late-night texts she shielded like state secrets. The sudden gym membership. The perfume I never once smelled on myself. It started in August. I'd come home and see her out on the porch, laughing into her phone, a laugh I hadn't heard in years. When I asked, she said it was just a friend. My son stopped riding in my truck, saying the seats stank of oil. My daughter rolled her eyes at everything I said. Their respect didn't vanish all at once. It eroded slowly, then suddenly. I didn't fight it. I waited, because betrayal has a way of revealing itself fully, if you give it enough rope. Christmas morning made it undeniable. The kids gave me a box wrapped in silver paper. I tore it open, expecting socks, maybe a mug. Instead, I found legal papers, a restraining order. I wasn't allowed within 500 feet of my own family. That's when Emily walked in, red dress, champagne glass in hand. Behind her stood him, the boyfriend, designer coat, Porsche keys dangling like trophies. Kids, she beamed, meet your real father figure. My son smirked. He's got a boat, Dad, not a rusty truck. My daughter chimed in, and he doesn't smell like motor oil. Emily laughed, sharp and cruel. We've been planning this since August. The boyfriend winked, casual. Ready for your new life, kids? They'd already changed their last names on social media. And in that moment, the last ember of my old life died out. I didn't yell. I didn't beg. I simply smiled and handed each of my children a sealed envelope. Open these when you turn 18, I said quietly. What Emily didn't know was that while she rehearsed her little Christmas betrayal, I'd been preparing. Back in September, I noticed her siphoning money from our account. So I got smarter. I built trust funds for each child with everything I had, on one condition. They could only access it if they kept my last name until adulthood. If they cut ties with me, the money vanished. I recorded her calls, her texts, her whispered promises to him. Enough evidence to bury her in any custody battle. I shifted ownership of our house into a trust run by my brother. On paper, she had nothing. No assets. No leverage. She thought she'd strip me bare. She never realized I'd already cleared the board. When I gave the kids those envelopes, Emily smirked, thinking it was some pathetic plea. But her smirk faltered when she realized I wasn't angry. I was calm. Too calm. Because real revenge isn't loud. It's precise. Quiet. Surgical. I told her nothing. I let her celebrate her shiny new life. Let her parade him around, flaunt him in front of my children. Let her believe she'd won. And then I walked away with my dignity intact, leaving behind a family that thought money, boats, and perfume could replace love. Months have passed since that morning. Now my phone won't stop ringing. Her lawyer calls me a calculated monster. Emily's panicking, drowning in bills she assumed I'd keep paying. The boyfriend? Not so generous once the sparkle faded. And the kids? They're beginning to notice the cracks. Money dries up. Promises crumble. And those envelopes? They haunt them, burning in the back of their minds. Each one contains the truth. The trust funds. The evidence. The choice. Keep my name, and their futures are secure. Throw me away, and they step into adulthood with nothing but regret. They haven't chosen yet. That's the beauty of it. Time will do the cutting for me. I'm not the villain here. I'm the reminder. That betrayal carries a cost. And one day, When my children finally open those envelopes, they'll see the truth. The man they replaced wasn't broken. He was patient. He was watching. And he never lost. Would you like me to condense this into a sharper, cinematic script version, perfect for TikTok/YouTube narration, or keep it in this long-form storytelling style?